For the first time since 2019, the Waukon girls cross country team is back at Fort Dodge in the state meet. Tyler Scholl is their head coach. And Tyler, you look at the season as a whole, what's made this a successful group?
I think just began of the summer, starting in June. A lot of the girls showed up to our summer runs and just put in those summer miles and lifting weights, and yeah, just all started paying off in September when the races started getting underway. So that was the fun part, especially when they got to see what places they're coming in at and how their times improved from last year.
How has this team's confidence improved throughout the course of the season?
I think the first couple ones, we kind of a young team. So like the first couple ones, they're testing the waters a little bit. And then by Starmont, after winning that one, they got excited. And I think they realized that, hey, we can do this. We can see how far we can take our season. So
And you mentioned quite a few young runners on their squad. How do you get them acclimated to high school cross country, first of all, and to what it takes to be successful in this sport?
sure. Like it seems like their freshman year, a lot of them are just trying to learn, what the 5K distance is. We actually had two brand new runners to our squad this year. One of them was a junior, her name was Elle Wilkins. But basically, yeah, just learning that 5K, getting the confidence, developing in it. And usually by sophomore year, they have confidence in themselves. And it's fun to see how their course PRs or their course best is what we track for them, develop over the season. And yeah, that's kind of key in building their confidence. So,
And one of your young runners, Miriam Downing, has really emerged here later on in the season. She won the Northeast Iowa Conference meet and had a top 10 finish at the state qualifier last week. What has allowed her to turn it on at the right time of year?
I think kind of like we said before, just testing those 5K waters, seeing, trying to test her limits to see what she can do. And then, yeah, luckily, right around Southwind or conference time, she picked it up and, dropped below 20 and got her school record. And I think that gave her the confidence boost that she needed heading into districts. So,
You ended up with a third place finish down at the state qualifier at Monticello, squeezing it out over Monticello by 2 points. When you have a race that close, it takes everybody involved to get that state qualifying position. What about the state qualifier at Monticello maybe got you ready for this week in Fort Dodge?
so like for us, when we were looking at who was going to be in our district, having those four top 15 ranked teams was kind of a challenge for us. And we knew that in order to squeeze them out or to do our best, it relied a lot on our, I'd say, our 4, 5, and 6 getting ahead of the number 5. And that's what seemed to help us in the end. And so, like with those girls, too, we might not have someone who can run a 19 flat. Miriam does a great job, in terms of getting to 20 flat, at least for us. But I think our strength lies in that third through 6 for us, and hopefully can get ahead of other people's number 5 or their even their number 4 to help us out a little bit.
And has that depth developed throughout the course of the season? And if so, how has that happened?
Yeah, in terms of the depth part, I would say our 5, 6, and 7 really started picking up after our home meet, our walk-on meet. But we kind of knew our potential, at least for our front 3, right away. So like Claire Johnson, Bryce Stewart, and then Jalen Johannemeyer really pulled through for us at the end to help our team score, stay competitive.
What's the practice and training plan this week as you get ready for Saturday?
At this point, it's just refinement. So it's yeah, not getting in shape at this point. So just kind of making sure they're healthy, just sharpening their speed a little bit, and just making sure they're rested for Fort Dodge on Saturday. So
Can you treat the state meet like any other meet, or is it enough of a big stage that there's maybe going to be a little bit more butterflies come Saturday as compared to a regular season meet?
like I told the girls, it's just, when you get down there, just smile and just be thankful that you're down there. Yeah, it's kind of just a once in a high school, once in a lifetime type of thing just to run down there. So just to be happy and to be proud of your work that you put in this far in the season, I think will hopefully solve some of the butterflies. Um, but yeah, in terms of approaching the meet, it's not like Southwind, which is lightning fast times, or even Monticello. We're kind of looking at our mile times right now, seeing how we can adjust it and making sure we don't go out too fast so we don't, kill ourselves by mile 2. So.
And as part of that, just kind of managing maybe that adrenaline rush for a lot of first timers at Fort Dodge, because I'd imagine there's the temptation to get out there quickly because you're probably pretty amped up to be at a state meet.
Yeah. And like this week, in terms of our workout, we're trying to do at least one of the parts is a mile at the pace we want to try to get at Fort Dodge. So just making sure if they hit that and I get too excited. Because it's better to hit your first mile on pace and then go hunting rather than burn yourself out that first mile and be hunted. So we'll see.
And what's it going to take to have as good of a day as you possibly can come Saturday?
Just getting people at a starting line, making sure they're healthy, making sure they're ready to go, hydrated, sleeping well. Just those things. But beyond that point, yeah, just the refinement time now.
All right, Tyler, congrats on getting to the state meet. And you're just hoping you got a good week of refinement, practice, and training, and as good of a day as you possibly can on Saturday. We wish you and your team best of luck.
Hey, thanks, Darren.
Tyler Scholl, head coach of the Waukon girls, back at the state cross country meet for the first time since 2019.